I'm on lighting.
Yeah. Well, also the hat like makes you look really tan. Like you look tan.
Really?
Yeah.
I never really like my hair. I look like I have dirty hair.
Yeah, you do be doing like that.
I do be doing like that. And it's distracting. I'm
time.
distracted by myself. I'm just going to make hats my brand. I have a lot of hats.
love
So I'm like,
it.
I look cute. Yeah. And this one
love
says,
it.
fuck off respectfully because I'm
Because
just
fuck
there.
off respectfully.
Fuck off respectively. Respectfully.
Oh my gosh, have you seen some of the comments on our TikTok? People are crazy about their birthday. Have you seen that?
Yes. From last week's I Need Your Opinion, the one we posted.
Yes.
Big feelings. Big feelings about the birthday.
Big feelings. Like grown adults really, really on one about their birthdays. You guys.
I mean, if you like your birthday and that's your thing, then that's your thing. Like,
listen, I'm an only child, so are you. No one likes our birthdays more than you and I do. It's true. Like we love fucking attention. The fact that people are like, plan your entire wedding around my birthday. Are you okay?
no, that's a little insane. That's a little insane. I don't think you should do that. I mean, of course we like attention. Hello, we have a fucking podcast.
Hello.
But I've
True.
what?
Oh my God, you hit the nail on the head. Sometimes I'm like, in my head, I'm like, we started this podcast because we want to have people have conversations, but you're 100% right. It's because you and I love attention.
I was like, I think you just like to hear yourself talk, bitch.
Yeah. Respectfully, true.
Respect.
You and I, this is roping us both in there. If I fucking
Okay.
love to listen to myself talk. I talk to my own camera. Sometimes I don't even post it. I just do it just so I can listen to myself. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.
Are you? No, you're not. Yeah. Okay. So back to the birthday thing. I've actually never really been big on my birthday for the longest time. It was always snowing. People could never hang out. There's quite a few birthdays that I just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And one of my really good friends, Sandra, I'd probably say like 3-4 years ago, she's always been big on celebrating my birthday. She loves my birthday more than I do. She's always like, no, we're doing something. A few years ago, she hosted a make your own pizza night at my place and invited people over. There was one year she's like, we're doing hiking, we're making brunch. We ended up playing games at her place till 5 a.m. And so her big thing is that you don't know when you're going to get another one. So you need to celebrate this year.
Oh my God.
You just never know. I mean, not know.
True,
and so that's why for my 40th birthday, I was like, no, God damn it. We're going big. We're doing something cool. I had 100 people at my 40th birthday party. We rented a house. That party was fucking fun.
It was a great party. Trust me, like I get the birthday thing. I fucking get it. But here's my theory. Okay, here's my theory with these people that are like, oh my God, plan your entire wedding around my one birthday. Y'all have never planned a wedding. You've never planned a wedding. Okay, for the venue that you want to be available on that day, for your florist, your photographer, all your vendors, like if it falls on my friend's birthday, I'm having my fucking wedding on your birthday. You're an adult. Get the fuck over it.
Weddings do take a lot of work and they're really expensive. Even if you try not to have an expensive one, they're really expensive.
Please. So all the people that are like, my friend knows my birthday, so they wouldn't have their wedding on my birthday. You are unwell a little. Our 4th of July plans are like getting totally shat on by weather, unfortunately. This is the thing about summer in Florida. Like you kind of just can't make plans because you can expect that they're going to get rained out. But I guess there's a tropical depression. It do be that season here. So I think we're just going to do like,
I get it. Sometimes I feel like I'm tropical depressed.
Well, at least you're tropical. I'd rather be tropical depressed than just regular depressed, so
what were you guys planning to do? Like, what were you?
We had that white trash party, remember? Like, I literally have costumes.
Oh, right.
We might still wear them. I low-key might. No, this is what I'm going to do, actually. Because, you know me, I'm a hostess, so I'm going to get up early on Friday. I'm going to put on my Joe Dirt mullet, my titties and beer hat, and I'm just going to be making breakfast as Joe Dirt. I'm just still going to wear it, and I'm going to make Connor and Michael wear their powdered wigs, and that's what we're all going to wear while we play games all day inside.
Are they twinning forefathers?
Yes, they are twinning forefathers. 4 daddies. That felt weird.
Has Connor worked on like his lines and some of his things he's going to say? Is he going to talk like he's from 16th century or whatever the fuck? That's probably not right.
We'll see.
I think that's like Victorian era.
We'll see. I will update. I will send updates. Oh, I have a hair in my eye. I have a rogue hair. Hold on. Can you see it? Probably not. No, it's in the camera.
No,
Why
you
did
just
I
look
ask
crazy. You're like, can you hear it?
Wait, do you have I'm sorry. Now I'm distracted. Do you have 4th of July plans?
We're going to one of Joey's friends on the day of 4th of July. She has 2 kids, and I love Karen. She's so fun. She's totally my people. And she's obsessed with Labubus right now. We should talk about that.
Can we actually?
Anyway, hold on. 4th of
please?
July plans.
Yes. That
Other than
like
that, I don't really have
literally,
any plans.
my brain suddenly was like, I no longer care about your 4th of July plans. Don't even dive into them. Let's talk about Labubu.
Okay, let's talk about Labubu. Let's talk about how in the US this trend started, right? People, if you don't know what a Labubu is, are you on the internet? Okay, I'm not a Labubu person, but like Rihanna, all these people putting them on designer bags, and Call Her Daddy actually talked about it, asked SJP about it. Would you put a Labubu on your designer bag? And she was like, what is that? For those that don't know, they're these tiny little gremlin looking
like
dolls. Yeah. And people are putting them on like their Birkins and stuff. I'm like, no. People are buying outfits for them. It's crazy. People are going fucking berserk. Are they?
They're like $300 because I saw I went to their website because I was like, okay, how much do these things cost? And the ones I saw were like $100. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? When SJP on Call Her Daddy, she was like, do what you want. Like, I'm not judging. They're Jessica Parker. Please be fucking for real. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
She was. You could see it in her face. She was like, no, that's.
I'm like, that was the most PR bullshit I have ever seen. Like, if I am out and about and I see this cute ass bitch in a cute outfit and she's got her nice bag on, and then you've got a Labubu, boo.
It's a no for me.
It is I totally agree.
And Joey has this fear of missing out, so he's really wants one. And Karen, who is really into them, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I actually have one coming. I'll just give it to you." So it's supposed to be here any day now. So he's hoping it comes in before Friday, and he is so excited. But like here in LA, the people go insane. So like Pop Mart, we have a Pop Mart in Century City Mall where I took you, that big outdoor mall.
Yeah, I saw all the Labulus in there.
So they had shut part of it down and set rules for the store because people were like 6 a.m. and they were opening this Pop Mart store and people were trampling each other. It was insane. Like it was a Black Friday sale at Best Buy. Girl, are you for real? You Walmart, Target, door busting kind of people are insane. No. It is.
I have something to say. If you are sitting here complaining about the current economy, our debt, all this fucking bullshit, and then you are going out and spending money on these little fucking dolls, please.
And there are some people that I know too that they'll show their bags and there's 20 of them attached. I can't even see the bag.
Oh my God. I already have enough shit in my bag. I just don't get it. Hey, I guess do you. I'm not gonna pretend like SJP. I'm like, oh, I don't judge. Do what you like. No, I don't know. I'm just not. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not hard yucking your yum. I'm just kind of looking at you and laughing a little bit, and it's just not for me.
I would so respect if we had this whole Beanie Baby revival. That I'd get behind. Thing. Like, okay, let's bring back the nostalgia of a Beanie Baby. Sure, okay, that I can get behind. But like, I do enjoy saying Labubu. That part I like. I think it's a great name. And Labubu, it really rolls off the tongue nice. So that part I like. So if you give me the opportunity to say Labubu, I will engage in the conversation.
Yeah. And they're Japanese. So like in Japan, you can get them no problem. It's like not really a trend there anymore. They've been there for a while. You can literally walk in a store and get a ton of them.
Oh my God,
people are buying these up in bulk and they're charging like 600% upcharge on them.
We should do that.
It's wild. They sell out in 10 seconds. Joey has a couple friends that are obsessed with him and they're like trying to coach him on like how to do it. They have these notifications and these apps and it'll go live at like 3 a.m. and they're like freshing. No, I need my sleep.
It's like the people that buy up Jordans and then they like resell them. Like the people that buy shoes and then they resell shoes. It's the same thing, but for a doll. You know?
I mean, people like a craze, I guess. People have the fear of missing out. They want something everyone else has. People like collecting stuff. I can't think of anything where I was like, I have to have this right now and I need to rush and get in line and be the first. And I can't think of anything I was like that with.
Same. And I feel like you and I are like star consumers as well. So I think that says a lot.
Yeah, I'm a stuff person.
I love stuff. I will say I'm not a huge trend person though. That's one thing about like, I don't feel like I need what everyone else has. Now, I guess like if it's a cool shoe that I think looks good with everything that everyone's wearing, I'll get something like that. But like stuff like this, I'm not as inclined.
Yeah.
I guess.
I feel that.
Do your thing though. Do your thing.
Yeah, I'm not a trend person either. If it's part of my aesthetic, then yeah, but I have a very specific aesthetic. A lot of my stuff in my house is associated with memories when I travel internationally and stuff like that. And when I look at it, it reminds me of nostalgia or Nima or something like that.
You're right. No toys. There's just an entire Lego museum and Nintendo museum in your house.
But they're vintage. They're old. They're from the 80s and 90s. And it's displayed in a very artistic manner.
It is. No, I am totally fucking with you. I guess, everyone's got their thing, and some people are just followers.
Enjoy your Labubs.
Yeah, enjoy continuing to be a follower. Just kidding.
Shady.
I'm just kidding. I actually at everyone except Joey. Joey's the exception, just because I love him so much. And he's so cute. Honestly, the Labubus are cute. Joey kind of reminds me of a little Labubu. Joey's my Labubu.
Yeah.
If I could hook Joey on my purse and bring him around with me all day, I would love that.
Put a little Caribbean on his head.
Do you think he'd be like, sure?
Maybe.
As long as I gave him candy. But yeah, people have too much money to waste, I feel. Speaking of.
Consumerism is a thing.
Yeah. Have you seen all of like the internet craze about I was about to call him Joe Bezos, Jeff Bezos and Lauren's wife?
I have what I've seen more than anything is the people that were at the wedding.
Which doesn't surprise me. It's
there?
like those big weddings like that, right? Randos show up, like random celebrities get invited. Here's where I'm at with the wedding. Do I think it really cost $50 million? No, I'm sure like in total with like
really
what every celebrity spent. Yeah. With what every celebrity spent coming in and stuff like that. Even Jeff said when they got engaged, how much do you plan to spend on your wedding? And they were like, is it going to be in the 60 millions? He's like, do you guys understand how much money that actually is? He literally was like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Because no, people don't understand how much it is. But I think everyone just needs to take a chill pill is they're all like, oh my gosh, like just this rich billionaire who's just like about to continue to get more rich. And just like people love to fucking hate on billionaires and rich people. Like, first of all, why are you surprised at the cost of this wedding, at the magnitude of this wedding? A. B, like one thing about Jeff Bezos that I do appreciate is that he didn't come from fucking money. He didn't. He came from a middle-class family. His stepdad who adopted him is immigrant from Cuba. Like he came from like similar backgrounds to, you and I and how like Nima and Pop-Up lived, how my parents lived, like similar backgrounds, made his own way. And yeah, he spent fucking $10 to $50 million on his wedding. Okay, give me a break. Mind you, all these people that are on their soapbox about it have Amazon Prime, probably have the guy showing up to their door, knocking on their door with the Amazon that they ordered 2 days ago.
Daily.
Like, bro, please kindly give me a break. And everyone's shitting on her look, and I thought it was stunning. I thought she looked beautiful.
I will say that I did like the dress. I thought the dress was really
Same.
pretty.
The neckline, her body is unreal.
Good. Yeah.
She has a great body. I just thought, I don't know. I'm just like, y'all, like, what do you expect? Like, please.
I mean, I do shit on billionaires as a whole sometimes, and not specifically Jeff. I've always had a tasted version of him because I feel like he's really cocky. And he's been like that since his early days. A lot of people will tell you that have been in his camp. He's just not easy to work with. He's kind of a dick. But we do have a problem with billionaires.
Billionaire by being nice.
No, you don't. Billionaires are often really nasty people, and they don't contribute much back to the society. That's the big problem people are having. The biggest.
I get that, but like he also doesn't fucking have to. It's his money.
True, but we also have a crisis in this country of.
I get it, but that's also not his That's not his responsibility solely.
Not solely. No, I totally agree. But as a whole,
I mean, I understand. I think people should be more giving, and but you know what? If the man didn't want to give $10 million to helping solve hunger, and he wanted to give it to his wedding as his own money, and he can do that. And okay.
We have a different point of view on that. You're a billionaire. That's amazing. Congratulations. You won capitalism. That's great. But then you look at somebody like Mark Cuban, who dedicates a lot of his money creating programs and things to disrupt systems to help people, like GoodRx, for example. He invested hundreds of millions of dollars of his own money, I think it is, to create a system to make affordable prescriptions for people that don't have healthcare.
Yeah, which love. And I use GoodRx all the time. But again, I mean, it's a choice.
True.
People versus bad. That's one of the beauties of capitalism. You can have whatever start, you can make whatever money you want, and you can choose to do with it what you want. And some people make great decisions and some people spend $10 million on a wedding. You know?
People in Venice, the citizens, did not like it.
Well, Venice is small. Like, it's not easy to get around
Tiny.
Venice.
No.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Joey and I went to Venice when we did our European trip in March. We did the whole city in one day. We took a train there from Milan, did it the whole day, and took a train home after dinner. We walked the whole damn thing. It's beautiful, but it's tiny. Like, you can't, it's hard to walk with single file against single file. Like, it's very tiny.
It's not easy to get around.
I mean, Europe as a whole is having a whole problem with tourism. I think it was Paris, Spain. They were starting to turn water guns on tourists.
What do you mean they were just putting water guns on them? Like, people just had water guns and they were just shooting.
Yeah, like people that live in
water?
those countries, because tourism is taking over a lot of these cities. Like Barcelona is one of those that it's become such a tourist destination, even though it's helping the economy. But like, they don't treat people's property respectfully. They trash things. It is creating, I get, some infrastructure problems. So I kind of understand that a little bit, but it's wild. So people are doing all kinds of
best way
silly.
to handle something ever.
Well, the French people don't fuck around.
French people don't fuck around. They also just don't like them. They don't like Americans. French people also just like only like French people. The French like the French.
They're very like British. They're very in their ways. They like their traditions. They're very
Yeah, you know, what is it the saying? It's like you can move to France, but you'll never become a Frenchman, I think is like the saying in France.
Never heard of that.
Look it up.
But love Paris. Great city.
I've never been to France. I would like to go. I don't really have a desire to go to Paris, but I would
You
like
should.
to go.
I think people should see Paris at least once. Like, it's very beautiful. There's a lot of history.
I would like to go to like the mountainous areas or like the French Alps. Like that I would love to do.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I've seen them from afar in person, but I've not actually been into the Alps. I don't like cold weather. Not for me.
I want to go. One of Connor and I's bucket list is to do the Winter Olympics in the Alps. That would be very cool.
That's cool. Mine's Summer Olympics. That's one of my big bucket list items. So I'm excited for to come to LA because
I was gonna say, well, you get it coming to you.
It's so expensive. Yeah, in 28. But like a ticket to go to some of the events that I want to go to is like $1,000+ each.
That's interesting. I didn't know because we were like, how do you even get tickets to this stuff? Like, how expensive is it? My brain, for whatever reason, was like, oh, you just get one ticket to the Olympics and you get to go to the Olympics.
It's by event.
Like, that makes way more sense than a singular Olympic ticket, for sure.
It's expensive. The big ones, swimming, gymnastics, like those are the ones I want to go to, the ones I'm obsessed with.
I was going to say, which ones would you want to see?
Swimming and Olympics. Like, but they're swimming and gymnastics.
Swimming in Olympics.
Swimming Olympics. Olympics.
Olympics.
That's from Tiny Chef. Speaking of, have you seen what's going on with our friend Tiny Chef?
Okay. I have to say, so Tiny Chef is new to me. I don't know how I'm so late to this party. New to me.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, this looks like one of those like little animals that grown women have kept since they were a baby. And, you know, that thing's been tattered. It's been through a lot. It's been through a lot of washes.
Yeah.
At first, I looked at this thing and I was like, that looks like my Bobby.
Your Bobby, your bear from
My
that tattered Sleepy Time bear.
And then I started watching it, and I was like, I have to keep watching this. I'm hooked on this claymation chef.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Tiny Chef has been around for quite some time. It's this tiny little green, fuzzy fabric
this little
doll.
bulbous chef.
And he lives in a tree stump, and he's called Tiny Chef because he's had quite a few videos that have gone viral. There's one where he, what's the name of that song where he's like, oh, anyway, go to IG, look up Tiny Chef. It's on there, but he's had this video go viral where he's like chopping little thing. His plate is a bottle cap. So he got really popular, right? Nickelodeon actually ended up picking him up and won an Emmy, big deal. And they ended up dropping Tiny Chef, and they posted this video to sort of announce that that
God, that shit was sad. That was the saddest video I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's really vulnerable though, and it was a really great way of showing emotion, letting people know what it's like to lose something that you're really passionate about, or something you've invested a lot of time in. It was a really great way for them to portray how they were feeling about it. I thought it was really cool. It was really vulnerable and it was really emotional. You should go and take a look at it. It was last week they posted it. The way that he speaks, he's like Blicka-Bloadian, like the way his little
I know.
accent.
It made Nickelodeon look real bad.
Yeah,
I'm
they're not
like
having good
sitting there
PR
watching
lately.
that, and I'm like, Nickelodeon, you suck. You're so mean.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon, you suck. You're not nice.
You guys go to IG, search Tiny Chef. You have to.
Yeah.
And he has some of these
It is
videos going
cute.
viral. Lady Gaga's Abracadabra, and he's doing the actual dance from the video. He's like, Abracadabra, the boo blah blah. And then there's a dog. His dog comes in, who's a real life size dog. And he's like, Lucy, get out of the shot. It's so funny. It's so cute.
You do his voice so well.
Blicka-Bloadian.
I need you to Blicka-Bloadian. It's the way he uses a lot of like M's. It's almost like pig Latin, but it's Tiny Chef Latin.
Yeah, B's and P's too. So like when he says MJ, he goes,
Yeah.
MJ.
MJ, I know. Oh my God.
And the video they posted today of like how Chefy's doing goes, I just need some duvet time. And he's like in bed and he's scrolling. He goes, no. Okay, when we put my phone down. He goes, who am I kidding? Where you at, phone?
You're so good at it.
He
Why
reminds me of
are you
Homes
so good at it?
because I watch him a lot. He reminds me of
I-
Homestar Runner. If you know, you know. It was kind of a thing back in the early O's, Homestar Runner. If you take a look at my resume. No.
I fear I'm too young for that one. I fear I'm too youthful
Yeah.
for that one. I honestly don't think about our age gap often. And then sometimes I'm reminded of like actually how big our age gap is because
Yeah.
I don't feel like you look much older than me at all,
That's because I'm beautiful.
Right. Like you look and you have like, you're an old soul, but you have like young energy. So I tend to forget. And then when you like name things, I'm like, oh my gosh, like was that when black and white movies were out? I don't know.
Silent films. What a time to be alive. They were so great. Oh, excuse me. I kind of like that. Sorry. It's disgusting. I have no couth. Oh my God, you're totally going to leave that in there.
It surprised me. Well, it
Me
just
too.
kind of scared me. It kind of scared me in my ears. Oh my.
I wonder what that's going to sound like in post.
Does Murphy ever just like burp in your face?
All the time. It's either that or farting on me. That dog farts a lot. Ugh. You guys are disgusting.
Yeah, Hutch, I swear to God, he will go down some fucking food and he'll like gulp down water. And I swear to God, he will come and he will be right here and he'll just be like, bleh. And I'm like, you're so disgusting.
Disgusting. And it's funny because I don't ever hear Moby burp. I never hear him flatulate. And it's just like Murphy.
It's because he's so
constantly.
tiny.
Maybe.
Well, like Moby is just because if he does toot, it's just like a p. Like I can't imagine it's more than that. Or if he burps, it's just like he's breathing because he's so small.
Okay.
Wait,
All
let
right.
us introduce. Did he do it?
Did he
We're
do
about to
it?
find out.
Did he la 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 did he do it?
Ditties and titties. Yeah. Okay, that was kind of good.
Yeah, come on, hold the note. Okay, first I'm gonna I think it's hilarious that we're like, yeah, nothing's really going on. We'll let you know when something big happens, and we've talked about it every week since then.
Yeah.
Okay, so it happened in 8 weeks. It took 2 months.
2 months.
We talked about last week how the defense was like, yeah, we're good. So you ready for the verdicts?
I am
On
ready.
all
I'm
5
like
counts.
ready to be surprised. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna pretend I'm in the is it an audience in a courtroom? What do you call that? Like the people
In the courtroom. I don't know. But let me just read the verdicts. I don't want to get your natural reaction.
Okay.
To sum up, what we just heard in court: racketeering conspiracy, not guilty.
Okay, that one doesn't surprise me.
Sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura, not guilty. Transportation of prostitution of Ventura and others, guilty.
Okay, so what?
Hold on. There's 2 more. Sex trafficking of women of the woman known as Jane, not guilty. Transportation for prostitution of Jane and others, guilty. Go.
What the fuck does someone get for what does that mean? Transportation of prostitution. And how the fuck much time does he get for that, if anything? I knew this was going to happen.
So the difference between trafficking and transportation and the actual like prostitution, what I gather is consent, and trafficking is it's pretty much not consent. You're being forced to have sex with other people. You received money for her having intercourse with other people. Like that was proven.
Yeah.
And not just in one state, not just in the state of New York. And from what I understand, the penalty can range anywhere from just probation to 10 years in prison.
He ain't going to prison. He's not, is
going
he?
To prison, honey. He ain't going to prison.
I feel like we knew this. I feel like we've known that this was going to happen. Yeah,
we said
like
this
I feel
on
like
the first
both of us
Did he
said
do
this.
it? We said it on the first one.
We did.
He will get away
with
this.
And I'm not a fucking lawyer, okay? But like the way that these testimonies were going, the questions that the prosecution was answering, I just like the whole time I was like, what are we even focusing on here? Like, yeah, he's a disgusting pervert and he's a psychopath and he's a woman abuser. I feel like the prosecution missed the mark. No fucking wonder the defense was like, I don't need more than 20 minutes.
Yeah, they knew something. Well, and did you hear? Because like the jury was like, oh, we've reached a verdict, no problem on 4 of the charges, but we're not in consensus of one of them. And the judge was like, I want all 5. Get your ass back in there and figure it out. And they had a verdict on everything in 13 hours. Wild.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad a little bit for Cassie. Like I don't know how they feel. Maybe that this was therapeutic. They got it all out and they're going to go move on with their lives. But also it didn't say it in here, but they're also saying attempted of arson and attempted murder. I think it was on Kid Cudi.
Not guilty.
How?
What about stealing Christmas presents?
Where are we on that?
Alone.
Fucking savage.
Where are we on that?
Yeah, it's just wild. And did you see what Aubrey O'Day says? She goes, I think I might leave the country. Girl, you might need to.
Blame her.
Anybody that gave a testimony, I would be afraid. If I gave a testimony, I would be afraid.
I'm concerned for their
Hello?
He's going to go scot-free and he's fucking known
100%.
it the entire time.
The
entire time. His defense team is about to get paid so much fucking money and they didn't have to do anything. They didn't work that whole time. They sat there. Oh my God, that's the easiest money that lawyers ever made.
Yeah. Did he do it? Yes and no. The verdict is in.
I mean, I've seen this coming. The way that was going, like, it's not illegal to be into disgusting sex shit.
And another thing that surprised me, people are celebrating it. I was shocked how many people were like, good. I'm glad he got off.
Celebrating that behavior.
Like, you guys just try to defamate him and celebrating it. I mean, I was shocked. This is what's wrong with our country, that you people have no morals. Mm-hmm. The way that he treated
100%.
Cassie alone, like, how can you watch the video of what he did to her in that hotel lobby and be like, oh, yeah, I'm glad he got off. What is wrong with you? Somebody needs to look inside of your head, because that's fucked up.
Chris Brown's on tour, okay? Like, apparently beating women isn't enough for people.
Crazy.
People still do tributes to Michael Jackson. Like,
Crazy Town, USA.
Wow. Cassie, I'd open up my doors for you, but I'm scared. So, bless her heart. That makes me sad. Also, like, that all those jurors are, well, now I guess the jurors don't need witness protection. They're like, we're good. Do you think, okay, truly, like, do you think that all of those jurors were like, okay, do we let this guy go or do we all worry about our safety for the rest of our lives? Honestly,
the conspiracy theorist in me is like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I care about my family too much. This man knows who I am.
Same.
Yeah, you would have been sitting in the stands. You're like, not guilty. I don't need to hear anything. Case rest.
Like, I don't need to hear any of it. Nope, you're good. You're good. Oh, well, guess Diddy done didn't do it.
Diddy done didn't do it.
You know who did it though?
Who did?
The Idaho murderer done pled guilty.
Oh my God. Remind everybody of what happened.
Okay. This fucking sicko murdered, I think it was 4 college students in Idaho in their home, stabbed them to death, was stalking them. This happened randomly. This was very premeditated. He had been stalking them, not just for that day, for days and days before. He had been planning to murder these kids. And I'm talking horrific, bloody, really, really, really disgusting stuff. And so in order to avoid the death penalty, he took a plea deal and pled guilty, which, by the way, in trial, he would have been found guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much evidence.
Well, he was pleading not guilty for the longest time.
Right. Listen, if you didn't do something, you're not pleading guilty to life in prison. Okay?
don't know what the laws are in Idaho, but it was bloody.
I think it's a death penalty state. What are your thoughts on that? Like if this was your child or me or someone you knew and he just gets suspended, like what are your thoughts? Like what, I mean, I guess this is also like, what are your thoughts on the death penalty? But like,
Well, in this situation, I'd be in jail. I'm just saying that it would affect me that much.
I can't like, I mean, I'm not a parent. I guess it's better than something going on in the trial that's where like a mistrial or, you know, but like I would be like, fucking put him in the chair. If I was that person's parent, I would be not pleased with life in prison. When you do heinous things like that,
I don't know where I stand on the death penalty because we shouldn't be able to be. How are we the people that decide who lives and dies? That's kind of a weird thing to me, but also
I get it.
I live in this. In my head, I live in this world of like, you did something so insane and took lives of people in a way that unfathomable to me,
Just
and
desecrated their bodies.
desecrated with a knife. I don't.
Yeah.
I struggle with that. I struggle with that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do. I hear that. I see both sides. Something like this, I'm like, zap him.
Yeah, I can hear your mom now. Fry the motherfucker.
Oh, my mom. Dawn has gotten out of one murder trial being like, I'll send him to the chair. Like Dawn is a big proponent. She's gotten out of it just being like, she's like, you don't want me on that jury. Because it was like a young girl that got raped and killed.
Yeah, she got jury duty request for a federal murder 1 trial, and she literally got out of it because she was like, "Nah, I'm gonna fry him."
Yeah, Dawn is a big proponent of the death penalty,
and she got dismissed.
I mean, yeah, the whole situation is really tragic. Sometimes I just hope, like, I know these weren't kids, but I know in prison, like, if you fuck with kids, you're not gonna have a good time in prison. And I know these weren't like kids, but they were kids. So
yeah, and the way that it happened, I was actually just thinking of that before you said it, is that you may get to prison and not the death penalty, but you will not, you may not make it to prison.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole thing is like really sick and sad, but my heart goes out to those families, and hopefully they can have peace now. I don't know how you find peace after that. But hopefully it helps a little bit. Yeah. And you know what? I know it's a guilty plea. An admission of guilt, I know has to feel a bit of a weight off shoulders, you know, rather than someone being like,
I can see that. So it's not my daughter deserves more than that. And then, you know, it's not going to trial now, and it would be in trial for a while. So I can only imagine too, as a parent, of not having to relive all of that, look at photos, hear the stories, and actually go through months and months of having to relive all that. Oh my God, that would be traumatizing.
No. Yeah. So I think in a way this is good. This is better for the families. I don't know though, as a parent, there's a lot of really sick people in the world.
Ugh. And they seem to be getting sicker.
Should we move on to like INYO and lift up this?
Yeah. So on a lighter note, let's talk about what you all want to hear opinions on. So it's time for I Need Your Opinion.
INYO. You ready for this first one? This one is actually does not lift anybody up. This is actually really kind of sad. Okay, you ready? Oh, this like makes my heart, especially for what I do for a living. This makes my heart sad for this woman. Okay, it says, I've been working really hard on my health journey, but I'm still plus sized. On a family trip, my husband's brothers made constant jokes about my weight, food choices, and my workouts. My husband said that's just how they are. But honestly, I was so tempted to just book a flight home. And now he's mad at me that I quote unquote ruined the vibe. Am I overreacting? Should I have just felt like this was actually a joke, or should I have booked a flight home?
Fuck all of you.
Yep. Retweet.
You are not overreacting. I wish I could give you a hug right now. You are doing what you can. These people don't know anything about your health journey. First of all, I want to rewind that. I am proud of you for trying your best to do what you can to be healthier, to recognize that, hey, I need to make changes, and you are going through the journey. That is not something to scoff at. That is a big fucking deal. I commend you. Do not let these fucking immature pieces of shit assholes change that for you. Stay motivated. Keep going. I hope the others get fat and ugly and that you don't discover that journey. And then she's going to get skinny and be even more beautiful than she is. And she's going to laugh in your selfish fucking ugly faces.
Yep. Ladies, here's my piece of advice when a man insults your appearance or anything like that. Just go for the dick. Just start insulting their wiener size. Because typically if a man is talking about how you look, it's because that shit is small. That's my piece of advice. Immediately be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that you have the tiniest wiener on the planet. I'm so sorry. That's
or maybe the fact that you can't get laid.
Yes.
Where's
or
your wife?
maybe
Where's
like
your girlfriend? Why is she not
What's
here?
it called? What's it called when men can't like get it up? Impotence? What's it called?
Yeah, impotence.
Impotence. So that's what I would suggest to you, because at the end of the day, you know what? That's fucking awesome. Good for you for having your own health journey. It is not easy. It's really fucking hard. Your workouts, like, I bet you they weren't even working out. They were probably sitting on their asses all vacation, drinking beer. Like, they probably aren't doing anything. People, okay, here's what I've learned in my line of work, okay? If you are changing your lifestyle, if you are eating healthier, if you are working out, and people have something negative to say about it, it's because you are holding up a mirror to what they are unwilling to do.
Period.
And what they don't have the gonads to do. So just know that. Heart's with you, girl.
Yeah, I want to punch them in the face. I will also say then too, now we need to talk about what she say, husband?
The husband. I was just going to say, now we got to talk about the husband.
Now we got to talk about the husband. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Divorce him. Divorce.
This is 2025. Have you lost your fucking mind? Like, what? Are you serious? And then not taking up for her in front of these other people. So I don't care if they're brothers, friends. I don't care if it's the fucking Pope. You should be taking up for your woman. That's fucked up. And 100%. You can play this for him so that he can hear me say that. Someone needs to punch you in the fucking face. What?
Agreed.
No.
Agreed. What a loser. Men that don't stick up for their wives. And here's the thing. I don't care if I'm dead ass wrong. I could be so wrong, so incorrect that it's embarrassing. If Connor doesn't go, you know what, babe? Yes, you are 100% right. Like, seriously, men that don't stick up for their husbands, or excuse me, husbands or their wives, like your spouse has your back, period. Always. Shame on him for not having your back. And I think you should leave him.
I mean, look at Lisa Barlow's husband. He always takes up for her, even if he knows that she's wrong. He does it all the time. He takes up for her. He does not let anybody talk shit to her or about her. Like, on camera, he is very open about it, but he is, it is clear sometimes that he's like, oh my God, girl, no. But he will not.
Mr. Lisa.
He will not tolerate bullshit. Anyway, back to you.
He's an interesting character. Yeah, sorry.
Continue your journey. Fuck them. I'm proud of you. Don't give up.
Keep it going.
And find you a new man. There is nothing better than a revenge body. I love it when people get so hot after a breakup to just and be so kind about it, but just a subtle rub in your face.
Best of luck to you.
Next, INYO. Yes. Hi guys, love your podcast. I look forward to it every week. Thanks.
Ooh,
love you.
Thank you.
I am a bride to be and have my batch coming up at the end of July. 2 of the girls still haven't paid their portion. Mind you, this has been set for an entire year. I spoke to everyone privately about the cost well before I booked it, and everyone agreed to the price, especially with so much time to plan and save. Now I am out 2 portions of the bill and fronted the cost myself. I'm really annoyed and don't want to hound for money, but am I crazy for being really mad? What do I do? Go.
Ooh, no, you're not crazy for being mad. It kind of sounds like, because my first questions were going to be like, okay, well, how much is it? How much time did you give people? And did everyone like pre-consent to cost? Kind of sounds like you got all that covered.
Yeah.
The way I see a lot of this stuff in general, personally, I don't like to owe people money. So from my personal opinion, like, I will go into the red before I owe somebody money when I've committed to paying for something. So the fact that people close to you are just like allowing you to front this, people just handle money in different ways. People are weird about money. And I think that this is one of those situations where maybe you just like kindly text them and just be like, hey guys, like, I need your portion of it by X date. If that can't happen, like, let me know what kind of like payment plan works for you or something like that. It is your wedding. You don't want to cause like arguments and stuff.
What does she do? So we're in this situation now. What do you think she should do? What should she say to these people? I mean, you kind of already said that, is like text them and let them know, like, you owe me money, period. Like
But
what
like,
does she do? What if they're like, no,
ugh.
like, does she say don't go, even though she's paid for it? And if she's paid for it, see if there are other friends that can go. Like, what does she do?
It's tough because it's already paid for. So like,
Right.
what are you gonna say? Like you can't go. And if especially if it's like, okay, they've paid for their portion of the hotel or the Airbnb, whatever this portion is, if they've already paid for flights and stuff, like I think you text them and you said, hey, I need the money by X date. I've fronted this myself. Like I am now minus X, and be like, I totally get it if you need to pay me in over like the course of a few weeks in small amounts. Like I would maybe do it that way so you're not like causing an argument. I feel for that though. And I feel like what people tend to forget, right? I realize that everybody else sees your wedding day as like your day, and truly no one's going to love your wedding day and your wedding experience as much as you are. That's just how that goes. But at the end of the day too, people do not understand until they get married how much fucking money it costs. So you're already spending all this money on this wedding, and now you're also fronting part of that bill.
That part.
That's also not fair to you. Also, you gave them a year. There's kind of no excuse, especially if they committed to that a year ago. Like you had a year. I don't know. What do you think?
Here's my opinion. To answer your first question, you absolutely have the right to be mad. I'd be fucking furious. You're in the situation where you are now. I think you did the right things to begin with. Like, you gave them a heads up. They committed. You committed. You committed to the amount. You committed to the trip. These were good friends. They wanted to be there for you. I mean, I think one of my first follow-up questions is like, do you still want them to go? I think this is worth a larger conversation. Not just about like, bitch better have my money, but I think it's also a larger conversation about your friendship. And I wouldn't do it over text. I'm just somebody that likes to confront the issue face to face. And I'm going to sit down with you and I'm going to say, I think what happened and how you sort of handled the situation was fucked up. You put me in a financial situation after you committed to something, and we had to do everything in advance. And that's what I did. I accounted for you. You RSVP to something, and whether you're going or not, you left me in a tough position knowing that I'm having to pay for a wedding. Regardless of your means, I don't care if you have $5 to your name or $5 million to your name. It's the principle. What your friends did, it's kind of fucked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. And you can repost this and let them know. But
send them a message quietly.
Yeah. Passive aggressive. We love it for the plot.
Yeah, love.
Now about the money. If it's a lot of money, and it could be impacting your budget for the wedding. I totally understand that. I don't know if I don't want you to go, and maybe there are other friends that can take their place that maybe would have the means to front the costs up front, or to at least pay for it over time. I don't know. I hate that you would be out the money if they paid for it, or excuse me, if it was a lot, you paid for it already. I mean, you said it's a couple weeks away, like it's coming up.
Yeah. Like I imagine travel's already taken care of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, it's just not cool. Even if they book their travel but aren't paying for their portion, it's just uncool. Like, you have a right to be mad. I would be mad, and I don't think that you should let this go. I think you should confront them.
I agree. I totally agree. If you fucking owe people money, you need to pay them. Like, especially when you have that much time. Like, I had some of my bridesmaids, like we did the cruise, right? Like, you were there and you knew how much all that stuff cost. Like, some of my girls were like, can I like just pay you over the course of 6 months? Because we planned it a similar time in the ahead. Like, yeah, absolutely. No problem. And luckily I have amazing friends and I didn't end up in this position. But guys, like, if you fucking owe somebody money, don't just sit on it. Pay your portion.
Or if you know that it's
don't
difficult
commit
for
to
you,
something.
Right? Or if it's difficult for you, then just be honest about that. Unfortunately, I'm just I'm young, or I don't have a job. Like, my job is not. But I have other responsibilities. This friend sounds like they would understand. Like, okay, well then maybe we'll do a dinner. We'll do something more local. Something else to supplement it, so that we can still spend time together. This person sounds like the fact that they're upset about it means that they there's a relationship there. So take her to dinner. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do.
That doesn't require you going on the Bachelorette. I had a couple girls that I invited on my Bachelorette, and they were like, "Hey, G, I just can't swing it," and I was fucking no problem. Like, I did, you know what I mean? Like, most brides will be, it is totally fine, especially financial stuff. Like, and if you're a bride that's giving your bridesmaid shit about financials and like they don't want to commit to something for financials, like, you need to check yourself.
And get over
you know,
yourself.
so get over yourself. Yeah. Yeah. But if your girls are coming to you and they're like, hey, like, I just can't swing this. Okay. But if you're like, yeah, let's do it. I'm committing. Here's like what I'm committing to. And then it's 3 weeks before her bachelorette and you're just allowing someone to pay your way without paying them back.
You went back
Fucking
on your
pay
word.
up,
I have
boo.
a huge
Pay up.
problem to people that commit to something and then, especially something at that level, and then just don't. Like, I'm really big on honoring commitments, period. I just am. I just think it's a respectful thing to do. I mean, there are a couple times, like even on Friday, I told somebody I would go to their show, but I didn't know it started at 11 p.m. And I was like, look, I can't do it. 11 p.m. I was like, what? You start your 2-hour show at
No
11 p.m.?
I couldn't tell you the last time I stayed up till 11 p.m.
Yeah, because you get up at like 2 a.m.
I get up at like 4 in the morning on the weekends. Like I'm in bed at 7:45.
Yeah, I'll go to text you at like a certain point, and I know it's like I haven't even finished my
you're not
work
getting a
day, and you're in
response.
bed.
Oh, there's times I think I wake up like I had got the text from you at 7:45 and I text you back at 4. I'm like, I was asleep.
That's pretty common. Like I'll text you, and then I'll wake up, and I'll have all my responses.
My friends know if you text me past a certain time, it's very likely that you're not getting a response until dawn.
And that do not disturb is on.
That do not disturb
is on.
Fucking on. That is
Mine
one of the
turns-
best iPhone features that has come out.
Totally agree. 100%. First of all, I don't do a lot of notifications at all. I have ADHD, poster child, and I cannot stand shit constantly popping up on my phone. I don't get people that are like, bing, 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 bing. No, I get text messages.
And you have that
like a couple other
flashlight.
things.
Like you're crazy. Wait, can we talk about that? Like how crazy you are for having that flashlight that goes off when you get a text message? Like that is a crazy thing to do. It is so accosting.
Because I don't have sounds. Like I'm very sound sensitive because I think I'm on the spectrum, I think. Pretty sure.
So you prefer strobe lights? Like you're going to give someone an epileptic episode.
It's not
that
serious. You're being dramatic. And it's only when my phone is not on Do Not Disturb, and it only happens with text messages. And I don't get that many text messages. Like I don't have any social media notifications. I haven't had for years. I don't get email notifications. Any of that shit. I'll check it when I want to check it. You don't get to decide when I check my phone.
Your phone needs to come with a warning.
Yeah. I just don't like sounds. Like consistent sounds make me twitch. Like ringing phones, people tapping, just any sort of consistent sound. Like it makes.
Just
really
put it on
grinds me.
vibrate. Just put
it
like
is on vibrate. It's always on
just-
vibrate. But then I don't hear it
So
vibrate.
why
What if
do
I
you
miss
need
something?
the
What if
flashing
something
light?
happened and you needed to get a hold of me and I never heard it?
I would call you a million times. Like you never do. That's the thing. You always have your phone. You don't need a light. That
Not always. I will leave my phone in another room
you
for hours.
always have your phone. Yeah, but what's the light gonna do?
Light up
I
the
don't know. I
dark
just
room.
think that's a crazy thing. Who else has their like light thing on for their text message? I want to know why. Yeah, I want to know if it bothers your family. Like, is anyone seizing? I'd like to know.
I had to make Joey do it because it'd be the middle of the night and I'm very light and sound sensitive.
It goes off like that in
It
the
would
middle
light
of
up
the night.
the room at like 3 a.m. I could hear it vibrating on the nightstand. I've been nights
Yeah.
where it would happen and I would reach over him, flip his phone over and throw it in the floor and it would wake him up.
You're throwing it on his face. Your phone's ringing.
It happened at your house when we were there and it gets really dark in that room. And it would light up and I would just wide awake and I would reach over and I literally just took his phone and just threw it in the floor.
My God. And you like have like the wildest, your sleep is worse than mine. I think, does insomnia run in our family?
It must.
Because Nima wasn't a great sleeper either.
No, that woman could never sleep.
She could never sleep. So maybe it's genetic.
Yeah, maybe. I'm on Ambien every
Oh my
night
God,
now.
Hutch is being so cute.
Oh, how'd you be?
How are you liking Ambien?
I like it because I also had
Ambien, sponsor us.
I've had a lot of sleep aids that I've tried and it just would leave me so groggy. So there was a lot that we tried for years and it just didn't work. I was kind of always worried about Ambien though, because I was like, I don't want to sleepwalk and I don't want to like run into shit.
Well, doesn't it like lead to Alzheimer's?
Don't fucking tell me that.
That's what I've heard. I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm sure there's like worse ones, like, stomach bleeding and stuff. So I don't know if that's actually worse than Alzheimer's. I probably shouldn't have said that.
This is getting better and better.
I don't know. Just maybe look up let's not actually don't live in bliss for this one. I think this is,
And with my luck,
ignorance is bliss moment. It's going to say internal bleeding, Alzheimer's. Also, that you can
not
get a
you
good
laughing
night's
at my
rest. You
pain.
poor thing. Listen, I have insomnia too. Sleep schedules save my life. That's why I go to bed at the same time every night. Studies show actually that consistency of sleep schedule is actually more beneficial than the hours in which you get to sleep.
My psychiatrist also used to say, like, the things you do before sleeping, like, you should make them consistent so that the habit trains your body to know that you're about to go to bed. Like, do the same things in the same order and train your body. Yeah. Which, I mean, I kind of started
My
doing
sleep
it.
doctors have told me the same thing.
Really?
I'm telling you, I didn't start getting into a sleep schedule until I was in my 20s, and it has changed my life. That's why, like, on the weekend, I'm typically like, if I like go out for a weekend and it throws off my schedule, it really, really, really throws me off. But like, I'm typically in bed at the same time on the weekends. Like, I read every night before bed. Like, I have very strict. It's the only thing. I have tried everything over the years, and it's the only thing that's helped my insomnia. So, but anyway, oh my God, what a tangent.
When it's like real life things that people are like, oh my God, me too.
You're
something just went. Oh my God, what was that?
I was probably a gnat. What happened to you?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That was
You're like
jarring.
Meredith Blake when the lizard went into her mouth.
Oh my God, that was so traumatizing.
That was so dramatic. Oh my God. Why are your coughs always the most, you guys?
Please, says the person that was having a fucking aneurysm when a gnat flew in her mouth.
Okay. No, but your coughs always are the most fucking dramatic. You act like that cough comes from your butthole every time. You're
Shut
like,
up.
every time you cough, it is truly like your lungs are being expelled through your mouth. Ask Joey. Ask Joey. Call Joey and ask him right now.
I'm not calling him anything.
He would be like 100%.
He would say 100% to anything. You could say he is female. He'd be like 100%. Like, get out of here. He would do anything to disagree with me. Just because he would find it funny.
It's a sign of a good partner. Yeah. We love a button. And your buttons are like blatant.
I have a lot of
Like, it's easy to
buttons.
push
And
them.
so funny, Joey mentions that too. He goes,
You do.
oh, that's one of your buttons.
Yeah, no, you're like an elevator. And sometimes I just want to be like on all the elevator floors. Like, let's see what happens if I push them all at once. And truly, like, it's worth it every time. It really is. And they're all like big and flashing. They're not subtle.
You're such a bitch. Anyway, I think that's a great sign that we should end the show. Okay, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you later. Yeah. No, but really, we love you all for listening. You guys are so kind to us.
I was going to say, tell me I'm not a bitch.
You're not a bitch. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Have a good day.